Hi everyone. So in this episode, I am talking to Shrishti, who is a UI UX designer. She's an engineer turned designer, and while she's doing product design, she wants to also make sure that she doesn't go away from her graphic design artboard. So she wants to do a course in graphic media design at UAL, and she had some queries about the same, about the college and how the feel and the vibe is of the place, some technical questions. So in this video, I'm answering them and hoping that it's helpful for her and she makes the best decision for herself. So let's get into the video. What do you do and why do you want to apply for this master's or whatever? Like, what are your plans?
Yeah, so for the context, I did my bachelor's in engineering, right? So and I shifted to design career. Meanwhile, I was doing my engineering because I had no interest there, and I'm also interested in art and graphic design. Although I chose my career in UI UX design, I really want to keep it as hobby or side hustle or whatever it is, but I want to learn more into the graphic and art stuff. So that was my motive for looking for a master's course in graphic design. But now, since I took up a job last year after I graduated, so I wanted to the inertia is very high in terms of if I want to spend that much time and money in doing a master's degree. So I found this summer abroad study course in graphic media design in UAL. So I thought that it might be a good experience in terms of since I really want to experience an art college and how people work there, what's their mindset, and network with them, see the culture. So I thought it would be a good experience in that sense. But is it worth it or not? I'm kind of doubtful because I haven't met anyone who has done that course.
So, what are the courses that you're looking for right now at UAL?
I applied for summer study abroad course in graphic media design.
Okay. Is there anything else you're planning other than this one?
No, I haven't. I was thinking of masters, but it's still in the long-term plan. It's not in the short-term plan. I applied for it. I got my application was accepted, but I haven't given my confirmation yet.
Okay, all right. So, and are you saying that right now you're doing product design, but you want to venture out still in graphic, like you want to stay in the graphic design business? Like,
No, I want to be in UI UX design field only, product design only. But for my own
oh, yourself.
I do freelancing projects as a graphic designer. So maybe for that or just for myself.
Cool. No, that's great. I think that's a smart move because uh, I don't like, as you know, all of us start with like graphic design and then slowly venture into like product design. And financially, it makes sense to be in the product design business than in graphic design. And at least that I can say it for myself in graphic side, like the marketing side of things, if you're actually working with marketing managers and you have to like churn out stuff very fast and like it's a very very hectic job. You are working till the last second to get that thing out, whatever you're making. So if you compare it to like product design, there is still like little bit of time and stability, and there's spaced out that way. Yeah, and a lot of us, because we started with graphic design, we all love graphic design. Mera illustration, I love like the colors and everything that comes with interaction design. So you can't take that out of us, of course. So coming back to your question on is it worth it? I think it's worth every penny if we are talking about it financially, because so what happens is when we go there now, we meet people in India. For example, we are meeting people who engineer से product design करने लग गए, या फिर suddenly Photoshop Illustrator सीख लिया तो graphic design करने लग गए. तो this is start what do you say, like we see. But when you will go there, you will see that there are people who are doing so much more. Probably they are fashion designers and then they want to do something. So you see so many people who are doing such different things, and then you get perspective. Ki, oh, this is also possible.
Yeah,
So I feel that, for example, again, if you are in, I believe you are in Noida, right? You are
yeah,
in, yeah. So now imagine if you were in a even like smaller town, you were a smaller town, and then you will see what people in Noida are doing, and then you will be like, oh, this is also possible.
exactly.
So
Yeah,
ऐसा भी होता है, like graphic design ऐसे चीज में भी use होता है, other than probably making some boards and hoardings. So now imagine when you move to London for this, you will see that people from different parts of Europe, different parts of the country, world, come together to do something that they love. It can be something that they do full time, it can be something that they do as a hobby, or like something that is on the back of the head that I would ever want to be. Something, there might be people who do a lot of illustration, children's book illustration, and they're like, okay, now we want to get venture into branding. We also want to understand how this, branding things works, this side of things work. तो बहुत ज़्यादा पर्सपेक्टिव मिलता है, बहुत ज़्यादा
mm,
ओपन मिलती है, सो उस हिसाब से डेफिनेटली वर्थ इट. Monetary wise also, I think it's a smart move that before you want to go for your masters, you want to see how the art college scene and the scenario is, and relatively you will be spending a lot less money,
yeah,
and you will get like like snippet of how it feels like. And when you're there, it doesn't matter you're a bachelor student, a master student, or a short course student. Everyone is a student of the university. You get all the perks and benefits of the university, of the uni. You can go and see the library, you can see what other people are doing. And in another thing for UAL is great is that they have 6 colleges, right?
yeah,
Under one university. So imagine if you're doing, where is this course? In LCC, London School
yeah.
of Communication. Yeah. So when you will be there, you might be collaborating with students who are from St. Martin's or like Wimbledon or some other colleges. And then if you are also staying in a hall, a student hall, then again you will interact with them. So बहुत perspective मिलता है, is what I want to say. A lot of like something different to see.
Yeah, this is something like I feel that I have missed because to be in to be from a small town and then to be in an engineering college, you don't meet people who you know who we only pursue creative things, and like you don't get to know the perspective. So आर्ट कॉलेज में जाने का इससे लाइक मेन मोटिव ये था कि ऐसे आप एनवायरनमेंट में थोड़ा सा रहो.
And what about the applying criteria? Is there a criteria to apply for this short course?
No, like since I am not a student currently, so there was no conditions for me to apply. I just applied with a personal statement and they accepted my application.
Yeah. So I think it'll be due in September, or is it sooner?
It's in July. It starts on 24th July and it's a 3-week.
3-week course. Yeah. I think it's a great opportunity. 3 weeks, nothing to lose, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So how was your experience? I guess you did your master's in art direction, no?
Yeah. So for me, of course my master's was a full-time master's course. So if you compare it to the time and effort that we had to put in, it was a lot. It was about 1.5 years, like of full-time course. And then it was also like you couldn't do anything else other than college that time, because you have classes 3 days 4 days a week, and then you have assignments, and then you have to do a lot of because ours it was a master's, you also have to write a thesis, so you have to do all of that. And in the first 6 months or first 2 or 3 semesters, you also have to do a lot. There are a lot of assignments. There are different assignments. So it's like one is due today, one is due tomorrow, stuff like that. And so you're thinking creatively different concepts for different courses. So, and the outcome is also different. Imagine the outcome for one thing could be like a documentation book, another one can be like a art piece or like a visual representation. For me, in art direction, one thing was that was great was that there was no fixed medium that we had to produce in. So when I say fixed medium, like we could make a film, we could make like a graphic design piece, we could do a performative art thing, we could do anything because it's a art direction course.
Yeah.
So I feel by the end of my first couple of semesters, I was feeling that again, that wow, I didn't think that something can be expressed in this
Hmm.
way or Y way, like that. So that is there. Eventually, when you do your thesis, of course, you end up uh, choosing a medium. I remember one of my classmates made a podcast, like that. So you choose your medium and then you do your thing. But it is great, it's immersive. Again, I met so many, like all the students, I was the only Indian in my class. So which I don't think is the case in graphic design course. The graphic design course have a lot of Indian people still. And then you get perspective about what other people are doing. One person is a photographer, one person is a, a space design person, stuff like that. So you learn a lot. It is a very expensive course. Living in London is another expense altogether. And then you want to see all the sights and you want to go shopping also. So it's quite expensive that way. But if you figure that part out, then I feel worth every penny. I think for years to come, I don't regret it at all. It's great.
That's great to hear. Actually, one of my family members live there. So it's also very near to the college. So
Oh,
I think I had my living thing sorted out.
yeah.
So I was also planning like one thing that came to my mind was like the visa thing. If you could like suggest me, in my offer letter they had suggested me two visas. If one is standard visitors and second is student. So would you suggest like which one should I go for? Considering that I might stay a little bit longer than the course duration, and since I have my job also, so I will like I would want to continue my work remotely.
Remotely, yeah. So first, so if you have your relatives living there and that also near to where office college is, I think lucky you. Really a great thing. I mean, and if they are ready to host you and have you over, that's awesome.
Ah.
Because it's difficult, you know how it is, and
Yeah.
that's there. I mean, if that part is sorted. Another thing, how you want to apply for the visa. I think again it depends on the duration of your course. So you have to see which. So they've already given you an option of the visitor one and the student one. I would say any day go for the student one.
Okay.
Because if you have the student visa, you have the student status
Right.
in the UK, which also helps you get a lot of student passes. Now imagine you want to go to National Gallery and you want to go to. So there's a student. Why I'm stressing on the student visa is because student visa there's an art pass called student art pass. Okay.
Yeah, I heard.
You have that art pass, now you can go to like some 100 galleries for free and some events and stuff like that. So having a student status is a great thing to have. अभी शॉर्ट कोर्स में कितनी देर का ड्यूरेशन का स्टूडेंट वीजा मिलता है आई डोंट नो मे बी लाइक अ 6 month one or whatever,
Yeah.
but worst case 6 month student status is great to have. Visitor wise you will not have a student and again if you have a student visa you can apply for that TFL, the London Tube and all the
Mhm.
transport for London TFL, all the tube and metro station. When you apply for a pass for the month, if you're a student, you show your student ID card, you have the student status, and again you get like a discounted rate for that as well.
Okay.
So student status, I feel in a lot of ways, आपको help करेगा to for your stay. Now coming back to the application part, I think for that you should look up the I don't know, like uk.gov, like that website, their portal. I'm not so sure what that is. Mostly when you apply for your letter, the invitation letter from your college that you already have, you need to have your tickets booked, like show like when will you go, when will you come back, something like that. Your stay sorted. If you don't have a student hall or whatever there, then you to show some hotel booking or something, or you can show your relatives stuff, whatever. And then you need to show some money in your account. It could be money in your account or your parents' account also works. You need to sign like a letter from your parents saying that, hi, this is my kid, and she's going to go there, and during her stay there, we will be financing her. And then your parents sign on it, stuff like that. So figure that out, and should have it when you go for your visa.
Okay. So basically, the offer letter that I have received now is just the like temporary offer letter, and I have since I'll have to give my confirmation first by depositing a fees or something.
Yeah.
So should I go for the visa after I give my confirmation and receive the fine?
Huh. Of course. But I think then according to that, you're very late. We are on 1st May.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you know what, I'm hearing like even like for visitor visa, like me also, I also wanted to go to London in July, and it is extremely late for me also to apply for my visa, because because I've heard like post COVID the visa things like in Europe and UK, and you don't get appointment only on the this जहाँ पे भी हम लेते हैं appointment, मतलब you don't get it only. So that's a big thing. I think you should confirm fast. If you made up your mind, तो करना ही पड़ेगा, नहीं तो वीजा ही नहीं मिलेगा. बहुत difficult है वीजा लेना. Comparatively students के लिए easy है, but you know what I mean.
I can ask the university like if what will happen in case I don't get my visa on time.
They will say you join the course like they don't care if you're joining the course late. You have given them the money. You get it? They can't do anything about it. You missed your flight, you didn't get your visa, that's not their problem.
Okay. Okay, we'll need to figure that out.
Yeah, they are very that way. They are like, we have given you the offer letter. You have to give us the money to confirm it. Of course, they know that there is a student who needs to come. The person is pending, but आपका course late हुआ, they will not move the course for you, right? It's on schedule. So that's there.
Alright, that were all my questions. So,
Cool.
thank you so much. I'll be contacting you again if I have some
Of
other
course,
questions.
write to me. Cool. All the best. Let me know what happens. After confirmation, at least let me know that my appointment. I think one thing that is important is the day you know that I have my visa appointment on this day, then you know that maximum in 3 weeks or 4 weeks your visa will come.
Okay.
And if you go for that Tatkal thing, you have to pay some 5,000 rupees extra for a Tatkal thing, for the VIP thing. Then they give you the visa in 1 week's time. If you are willing to spend 5,000 rupees, is what used to happen. I think अभी भी ऐसा होता है generally. Visitor visa में भी अगर आप VIP slot में जाते हो तो वो 5,000 रुपए आपको देने पड़ते हैं. They call it 5,000 for walk-in fee. Like basically you don't have to take an appointment. You pay them 5,000 rupees. You enter. They make you sit in a lounge like a VIP lounge, and then this make you skip the line, and then you go first, and then you just do your visa process, and then they send you the visa in 1 week's time.
Okay.
I'm not so sure the exact amount right now, but that's also an option.
Okay, we'll see about that.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All the
Bye.
best. Bye. So if you have any questions, write to me and I'll try to answer them for you, or try to get someone who knows them better and can help you out there. Thank you for watching. Bye.